minute. Who are you?
Mad Maggie here. You tried to take over Salvo? Now we're gonna take over your games.
Oh, hi.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to go over every legend that's been datamined in Apex since the game first came out, and which ones have been scrapped and which ones could still possibly be coming to the game. Along with that, we're about to hit 87,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much as always, and I'll go ahead and give away 8,700 Apex coins. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe, and I'll announce the winner in tomorrow's video. Now let's talk about those legends. Let's start off with our first legend on the list, and that is Conduit, who is datamined as an overshield conductor. He had a base health of 50 and 50 shield instead of the normal 100 health, and he would gradually regenerate that shield over time, along with a tactical arc flash that would deal damage to Conduit shields to give targeted allies an overshield, and an ultimate short circuit where he would channel their shields into a giant arc ball that flies across the battlefield, stealing shields from enemies. However, due to a datamined legend list marking them as offline, Conduit probably was scrapped. Then we have Gunzerker, who was actually leaked instead of datamined, and they were seen as a support legend whose character subtitle was Weapons Enthusiast. Had no character model, and they used dummy as a placeholder, so it's to be seen if this was actually real or if they will ever come into the game. One of the most popular leaks is actually Blisk, who was a recon legend who had a subtitle of Elite Mercenary, and while he has been datamined, his most recent abilities come from a leak from Bias 12, and the passive was a pilot kit where he could hack survey beacons using his data knife. He could also create a damaging zone with his tactical powered by the arena's ring, and then he had an ultimate standby for Titanfall where he would summon an auto titan to suppress the area. Those abilities have most likely changed and were just something we saw in an early playtest model, hence why he hasn't been added yet, but he is most likely coming to the game at a later date. Then of course we have Hussaria, who is a datamined offensive legend with the subtitle Hard Breacher, and they had a ton of cool abilities like the passive shotgun kick, where you would have a shotgun on your leg that fires when you melee doors or enemies, and it would require shotgun ammo. They also had a flashbang where you would throw a grenade that briefly blinds and deafens opponents, and an ultimate concussive breaching charge where you would plant a breaching charge that fires a sonic wave through walls to destroy traps. And they did have a very early model for Hussaria, which actually looks like another legend, and I believe that Hussaria actually morphed into this one, and that's Maggie, because in a developer video that was leaked during the Genesis Collection event, a Maggie character selection screen was seen in a folder, and it honestly makes sense that Maggie would be Hussaria, as the shotgun leg kick seems very familiar, and the character model even resembles Maggie just a tad bit. Then we have Immortal, and Immortal is an old datamined legend who had a character subtitle of Shield Support. They had a passive hard to kill that when you got down you could revive yourself, a tactical shield charger where you would unleash a cloud of nanites to charge your team shields, and an ultimate Rise of the Phoenix where you would restore your health and shields to full and gives nearby teammates 30 seconds of self-revives. However, Immortal, just like Conduit before them, has also been put on a datamined list marking them as offline, indicating that Immortal might have been scrapped as well. Then we have Jericho, whose subtitle was The Frontline, and while they've never appeared for themselves, they did have tactical and ultimate icons matching his abilities, appearing in that same developer video where they talked about Maggie and we saw the character select screen. Along with that, he had a passive on your 6, your ballistic shield protects your back when you are not actively using it, a tactical ballistic shield, a full body shield that protects you from incoming fire, and an ultimate shield breaker javelins where you would throw 2 electronically charged javelins that burn through enemy body shield. Then we had another datamined legend, Nomad, who had the subtitle of Field Crafter. They had a passive of Pack Mule where him and his teammates would have additional backpack space. There was a loot compass tactical to find the nearest item, and a ultimate crafting table where you could scrap salvageable material and purchase items. However, like other legends before him, he was put on a datamined legend list marking them as offline, indicating that he had also been scrapped. Reckoner, who had the description of self-sacrificing romantic. They had a passive shield blast where upon breaking shields you will emit an explosion damaging nearby enemies, a tactical shield stealer where you would fire an energy beam that drains enemy shields and charges your own, like Iron Man basically, and an ultimate gravity orb where you would throw a slow moving orb that bends the trajectory of nearby attackers. This does appear that it was an early concept for Conduit, so therefore it does look like this one could also be scrapped. And we finally have a defensive legend in Scunner, who was also datamined, and they were put in the defensive class. They had a passive of Light Step where you are not slowed by debris traps and do not leave evidence for trackers like Bloodhound. They had a tactical debris trap where you would drop a pile of debris that slows and damages enemies when they move through it, and an ultimate which is Shrugtal barrier grenade, I don't even know that word, but it instantly creates a spiked barrier made from rapid hardening resin, and their character was subtitled as the Crafty Trapper. Let me know down in the comments below, out of all the legends, which are you the most excited to see? And until next time, legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.